Sweet. Looks like we are live. Let's see, pop out the chat. Should have got all this set up first, but why get everything set up ahead of time, right? Honestly, I just barely got in here. Let's see. Send this over to Twitter. Nice if I could spell. Cool. There we go. Close that down. Move that over. Pop that up. What's up, Calvin? What's up, Curtis? Daniel, how you doing, my friend? We got Carl in the house. Okay, guys, let me see if that's the right. Nope, that's the wrong link right there. Let me grab the Hangout link. Just in case any of you guys want to pop on in here, you're more than welcome to. Let's just go ahead and send that out to you guys. So that is the Hangout link. So if you guys want to join in tonight, let's go ahead and click it and join on in. There we go. Yeah, I knew I was getting close to the 2,000 mark, but I didn't realize I was getting that close until I think it was last night I looked at it. And I'm like, oh, wow, I'm right there at it. But it's a milestone I was really hoping to hit, sometime. I figure if I hit 2,000, I'm good. And then all of a sudden today I was like, oh, wow, I passed 2,000 by a lot. Oh, man. Calvin's about to eat dinner. What you eating tonight, Calvin? And this stream is brought to you by Coke. Actually, it's not, because all they had was Pepsi, so I don't understand why they have a Coke cup. Let's see here. I got to get working on getting my logo all set up too. Now that Chris won that competition, I need to get that logo set up so that whenever my videos come up, it'll come up the right way. Calvin's eating Dotson. Oh, man. Well, I got you guys in here. Might as well do a little something, huh? So a while back, I bought a camera, and actually I'm planning on using it for when I unbox the Giant Arm. I am planning on unboxing that hopefully tomorrow night, so I can get the video edited and have it up by Wednesday. Now that everything's settling down finally. Beth came home this afternoon, so I've got Beth back home. Everything's good with her. And my mom's kind of settling down a little bit now, so everything's kind of equaling out a little bit. Hey, Rick, how you doing? Okay, so Calvin's got roast beef from Whole Foods. Ooh, wow. Pricey. Anyway, I've been meaning to do an unboxing video, but I have not got a chance to do it. So this is what I picked up. I got it from wish.com. And I'm going to take and try it out. I think I spent like $30 on it back when I bought it. I've had it for about 2 months now. But it's a little knockoff GoPro camera. Don't know exactly what the name of it is. I'll have to look all that up. I'll put it in the video description later on. But it's Wi-Fi, so you're supposed to be able to hook it up to your cell phone to use your cell phone as a viewfinder. So that's going to be pretty cool to try that out. And then it comes with every attachment you can imagine. It comes with whatever that is. I'll just take it out of the bag. Lucky 13. Fancy. Oh, Rick's sitting in the dark watching YouTube. Actually, that's how I watch YouTube too. Let's see. NLT MW. How you doing, my friend? Thank you very much. We have DJ Whitney 123. Thank you. I appreciate that. So there's that mount. It's kind of a different looking thing. I don't know what half of this does. I'll play with it later on and figure it all out. It's kind of different. Oh, DJ Whitney 123. You're right. Sweet. How you doing, my friend? We're gonna play. We're gonna play with that that DJI pretty soon here. Some kind of a clip. The thingamabob. I don't have a thingamabob. We need to fix that. I need a thingamabob. Got ourselves a AC adapter for charging. Throw all the plastic off to the side. I'm not going to put them back in the bags. That's the reason why I don't do live unboxings. That's a different looking mount. It's got a clip along with that. Yes, Calvin, I need a thingamabobby. Okay, so this looks like the mount for the camera without the, if I take it out of the waterproof housing. So I think what that is for, I think. I have a DJI Phantom 3 Professional. Oh, those are nice. I came this close to getting one. And the only reason why I did is because I started reading all the reviews and stuff where they kept talking about them flying away. And so that's the reason why I didn't do it. But even till this day, I regret I didn't get one. It was between that or a 3D printer. And now we know what happened when I got a 3D printer. So it's another kind of a mount. I swear there's little baggies everywhere in this thing. Oh, the uses for these little baggies. No, I'm kidding. There's another one. That looks like the same one that I did earlier. Yeah, it's a little bit different. Different direction. And of course, we got the camera. I swear, every time I look around, there's more bags to pull out. Lucky 13. PETA? What? What's with PETA? You talking about fajita pita? Calvin, we can fix that. Oh yeah, the thingamabobby. We need the thingamabobby. Put all the thingamabobbies. Is it a Go? I'm sure. Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know what brand this is. It doesn't say. It does not have a brand name on it. I'll see if I can look it up on Wish and find out exactly what brand it is, and I'll put it in the video description. Guinness, how you doing, my friend? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. There's our power cord, aka data cable. And what's this? Oh, we got 3M tape. Looks like these are the mounts for. Looks like this one's got a lug in it, so a person can put it on the tripod. This one doesn't have a lug, but you can stick them on whatever you want to stick them on. It's kind of different. I have never messed with the GoPro style camera at all, or action camera, whatever they call them. I guess when it's not GoPro, it's an action camera. Let's see, we got an extra nut laying there. And then looks like that's for handlebars for a motorcycle or bicycle or whatever. Let's see, Calvin. I'm going to have to make a music video with you saying, "Thingamabobby." Oh, man. Okay, NLT MW. I'm glad that you got the 3D printer instead of the drone. Otherwise, we wouldn't have met you, and you wouldn't have had over 2,000 followers. That's true. I probably wouldn't have. Okay, these look like some kind of straps. Let's see what we got here. Yep. Got 3 straps. Is that a thingamabobby? No, that's not a thingamabobby. These are Velcro. And then another strap of some sort. Got ourselves a microfiber cloth. Some more 3M tape. And then Calvin's favorite tool right there. That's his favorite. The favorite one he liked to, he loved it so much he kept it in the bag. Oh, he's going to kill me for that one. Carl's taking off. Thank you very much, Carl, for dropping in. I appreciate it. I mean, the guy saying the one that the drone flew away. That's the truth. That's always my luck. Yeah. I think a lot of these cameras are probably made by the same manufacturers, to be honest with you. It's got a little package of zip ties. And then finally got an owner's manual here. So I got to read through that and see exactly how to operate this thing. I'm planning on going up to see Curtis hopefully this weekend. If I go up to see him this weekend, maybe I can stick it on my car somewhere and try it out going up north. The case, though, look at that. It's got that foam, so everything kind of holds in place. And the case is a fairly hard case, too. It's pretty nice. You get it quite a bit for like, I want to say it was like $30 is what it cost. Once again, I'll find out and I'll put it in the video description what it costs and all that. But it comes with a lot of stuff. It'd be interesting to see how the picture quality is. And actually, I picked up one of those last time I was up at Fry's. From what I understand, the 32 gigabytes is the largest memory card you can put in most of these cameras. So I went and I picked one of those up. So whenever I did get a chance to open it up and start playing with it, I had to have what I needed to get it going. But anyway, so much for the unboxing. And this is why I don't unbox the Giant Arm live. I don't have that much nerve. Let's see here. Calvin, do it. Yes, Golden Gate Bridge is always fun. I love going across the Golden Gate Bridge. I love going across the bridges so much up there that I got fast track, 3-4 years before they made it mandatory for you to use fast track. At that time, they still had the toll booths where you had to stop and give them your $5 or whatever. But we went to fast track a long time ago because I think we saved like 50 cents or something like that each time we crossed it. And at that time, we were going up there a lot. I mean, almost every weekend we're heading up that way. Calvin saying run a USB cable to power it. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah, I'm curious how that compares to your, was that Nyaaren? N-Y-A-R-E-N? That'll be interesting to see how the picture quality is. Guinness is what is, sorry, what is this thing? It's a, well, if you're not seeing it, but It's a action camera. I picked it up a while back, and so I'm just now getting a chance to take it out of the package and see what all it came with. Let's see. Calvin, yeah, I'm curious. I gotta toss you a handle. Oh yeah. I need to print one of those out myself too, because that would make it a lot more stable to play with. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Well, I'll tell you if what I'm planning on using is my that lav mic I used, I think it was last week on that one for the video I did last week. What I think I might do is if I can find one of the mounts that'll fit this right here, and just put the camera on this and direct it over whenever I'm doing anything with the 3D printer to catch a second angle. I might be able to do that. Let's see. Needs a hood mount, Calvin. Yes. Hood mount would be cool. Calvin says he'll toss me the goodies to make one. Sweet. Where do you get the brass inserts for those, by the way? The O-rings, I know I can get the O-rings really easy. I'm not sure where to find the brass inserts because I don't think they carry them at Home Depot. Daniel Norre, thank you very much for joining, my friend. Thank you. Have a great day at work, my friend. Yeah, there is a ton of 3D prints on Thingiverse for these cameras. That's one reason why I wasn't worried about what brand or nothing, because all of them seem to use the same mounting system. So any of the GoPro or whatever they design that way should work just fine with it. Stopped off past the service station on the way here because I was running on E on the van. So I'm like, I gotta get something to drink before I get in there. Went in there, I was surprised. I had this thing for 99 cents. So it's got me a diet, I think it was Diet Pepsi was what they had. I was grabbed that real quick. It doesn't taste the greatest, but let's see. McMaster. That's where Calvin gets the inserts. That's cool. Pack of 25. That's really cool. I don't know if any of you've if you've seen his GoPro rig that he's got, but that thing is legit. I mean, that thing is solid, and all of his shots look so steady. But the thing is, it's all handheld, but he holds it with both hands, so it makes it where it's a lot more steady than if you're doing it with a single handle. No Kool-Aid tonight. Sorry. I know, man. I'm so used to drinking the Kool-Aid, but not tonight, man. I will when I get over there, but not right now. Yeah, that rig is totally solid. Let's see here. What else have I got going on here? Might as well just pop the memory card in this thing. What have I got to open this up with? Maybe get the thing powered up. There we go. Yeah. Here, you can join your friend down there. I'll clean up later. See, that's the stuff I would normally edit out. Oh, man. Okay, let's take a look here. Should I take it off or should I leave it on like Angus does? Yeah, I turned it on. It's got a nice little picture to it. It's tiny, but it's nice. It's got that fisheye look to it. That's the one thing. Now, my software I have actually has it where I remove the fisheye from it. So that's going to be cool to see how that works out. So how in the world did I power that on? Okay, it's on the front. See, I still need to read the instructions on it. Let's see here. Calvin's ocean vids prove it. Yeah, the ocean vids really show how good that thing works. And no Kool-Aid stream, no Kool-Aid tonight. Sorry about that. Oh, here comes Calvin.
I figured I'd do my best to try and help you, being that I have experience with those.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay, so it feels like the card's going in one direction. There we go. I know I'm going to have to format that card, right?
No, it should be fine. I mean, you don't have to. It's up to you.
Let's see here. Yeah, it's recording.
Sweet. Now, one thing to keep in mind, though, is you might have to go into the settings to turn off a timestamp. You can do that later, just as an FYI.
Okay.
Just so that way, if you're like, why is there a timestamp? I didn't expect that. You can. It's easy to do. I can show you later or different day or whatever.
Yeah.
On a Hangout how to do it. It's actually pretty simple. It's just navigating the menus can be a little bit tricky.
Oh, actually, it's the power button.
Yeah, that'll get you through menus. And then the record button is the select button.
Oh, okay. Sweet. I'll play with it later. I'll go actually read the instructions later on and see how it works out.
Oh, that's cool.
So how you doing tonight?
Pretty good. What about you? I mean, what heck? You just hit 2,000 subscribers and I crash your stream to try and help you with the camera. Oh, how's your night going, Calvin? Dude, seriously, it's your night. I just keep wanting to try and help you. Like, that's great. I'm going to put it back in the box. The Calvin came on. I don't want to make an idiot of myself.
Hey, man, I was hoping somebody come on here. I was hoping Daniel would jump on here. I don't know, maybe even Joel if he wanted to come in.
No, we know Daniel
would be like totally awesome.
we all know Daniel's just having too much fun watching the two white people in America act like idiots. He goes, "Oh, I love Americans. They're so funny." He's probably just roasting me in chat right now because I can't see it.
Calvin's saying, Curtis is saying, freaking remove it. Remove what? Oh,
the protected screen. I still have the sticker on the back of my replacement camera. I did take the lens plastic off, though, because you can't really see much. Although I will say, personally, just in my experience, the back screen, you have to be staring like straight at it, or sun glare makes it impossible to see stuff.
Oh, I can totally tell how that would be. Yeah.
Yeah, or it's like when we did the ocean filming, I was curious, unless you were like staring dead at the screen, I don't know if this is the case with GoPros or not, but I'd assume it'd be the same thing, knowing how LCDs have a very limited viewing screen, especially if they have a plastic lens instead of a glass one. You know, I mean, it's like unless you're staring straight at the thing, you couldn't see for crap. I mean, which was a bummer, but, you know, whatever.
So do you ever do anything to remove the fisheye part, or you just leave that in your videos?
I just leave it in there.
Okay.
I mean, the only time that I really get fisheye is with the Hero 3 if I go super wide view mode, but I try and limit using that unless I really want the intentional fisheye effect. Otherwise, it's so minimal, I really kind of just act like, oh, well, whatever.
Okay.
You know, because pretty much what it's doing is it's just, when you're selecting the view, certain cameras will allow you to select how big of a area that you can see, if you will. All it's doing is it's just activating certain parts of the image sensor, so it'll artificially look closer and then farther away. It probably does a little bit of digital zooming too, but it's partly just how much of the sensor is picking up the light that's coming in.
Yeah. The other thing too is the software I use that what is that called? It is Power Director 14. With it, I know it's got a thing for action cameras where you can actually remove the fish eye effect.
GoPro Studio, which I don't use anymore, does have that in there as a function. You can remove the fisheye effect, which is really nice that it has that for cameras where you don't want that. But for me, you know, I'm still filming with GoPro, so I kind of feel like having that in there adds a little bit to the humor of it. And I get it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but, you know, personally, it's not like I'm trying to shoot some like multi-million-dollar documentary. You know, I'm just filming little videos of me trying not to kill myself brazing galvanized steel pipe, which I don't recommend doing.
So did you get your blower setup done?
Nope. I've got some of the stuff. I need to mail back the busted coupling thing, and then I'm not sure if I'm going to use that. I'm going to try using that fan, even though I'm still not 100% sure if I bought a different fan, if it was going to blow any more air or not. I was just kind of bummed that it blows like such a pitiful amount of air. I'm like, that's not 100 cubic feet a minute.
It's supposed to be 180 cubic feet a minute. It's
the one that
180.
I don't know. The one that I found turns out to be 100, but
well.
Okay. But that's even like then,
even breeze.
Yeah, I think honestly, even at 100, the thing is, you could move a lot. It's like your air compressor. It can move a lot of air both in PSI and CFM. This thing can move a lot of air in CFM, but it's lacking in the PSI department.
Yeah.
Well, you know, yes, it can move air fast, but it doesn't have any force behind it. You know, that's its problem. So we'll see. I mean, it was $20, so it's not that big of a deal. Of
course, we don't want to give away too much because you're doing a video on her, aren't you?
I will be, but I think it's going to be one of those cases of on camera. It's going to be like I make the setup, I test the setup doesn't work. I go back and I revise the setup later.
Yeah, it's going to be called C-Dubs Grow.
I'm just waiting. I am waiting for Amazon to start recommending me weed seeds, grow lamps, and a hydroponic watering setup. And I'm just going to go, I'm building a smoke removal setup. Good grief.
I think either my chat died or everybody left. I don't know which happened.
I don't know either. I can't see chat because I'm in the kitchen and I don't have my laptop with me.
I'll jump back over here and refresh the chat, but I think it died.
Oh, geez. I'm going to probably have to run in a few because my phone's dying fast.
Oh, no, it just came back up, so it's still alive. Everybody's just like, oh, God.
Everybody fell off their rocker for a second there. I still can't tell what terrified my former welding teacher more. Me TIG brazing galvanized steel pipe, or me mentioning that I bought equipment that can also be used in the marijuana grow.
Yeah, the part that got me was when he got the charcoal filter. That was the one. It's like, okay, Calvin, what are you really doing?
And here I am expecting it to be this tiny little thing, and it's like this giant can. And I'm like, oh, that thing's gonna last a long time. Sweet.
I could have told you that. Oh, I know a guy. Let's just say that. But yeah, I could have told you that.
I could have just looked at the dimensions, but I'm too smart to do that. I'm all like, oh. So yeah, after getting that thing, now I've figured out it's an even better deal than I thought when you consider just how big the thing is.
Yeah, the thing looks like this, like what you'd put on a car to for like
like on a diesel truck to burn off excess exhaust emissions. I mean, this thing is huge.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it's all yours is stainless steel, isn't it?
Stainless steel with charcoal inside. It's not solid charcoal inside, obviously. It has a cavity inside. And then it also comes with like a pre-filter thingy. I'm gonna have to like look at the non-existent instructions or just look up videos or something. Or just ask you. You know everything.
If not, I know a guy.
Yeah, exactly. I figure there's so many videos out there on how to set the thing up, I'll figure it out in like 3 minutes.
Then you'll have all kinds of advertisements popping up.
Oh man. But I will say I know that the setup is not obviously not going to catch everything, but I figure if it can catch at least 50% of what goes into the air, it's going to help. You know, I'm still looking at getting a nice respirator with some really good quality filters just for when I'm doing stuff in general that probably shouldn't be breathing in, just to play it extra safe. But I figure if it can reduce a lot of that nasty smell of burnt stuff, I'm happy.
Well, that and plus, main thing is get the soot out of the air. The soot from the oxyacetylene, from the acetylene
Oh yeah.
itself. That stuff is just nasty.
Yeah, like everything in the storage area above where the torch above my inside there is literally covered in soot.
Man.
It's not like it's inches thick, but there's like, you know, that like really wispy soot that comes up when you're burning pure acetylene. Yeah, there's that all over the place, and I'm like, oh, geez. Yeah, I need something. So I figure, you know, something beats nothing. And sorry if my lighting's really bad. I had to plug my phone in.
Oh, no problem. Just putting up the link again in case anybody else wants to join in and talk with us.
Sounds good. In short, for some reason, when I'm over at City College of San Francisco's campus, my phone dies so fast, even though I'll have the thing on airplane mode when I'm in like a 2-hour class. When I turn it back on again, the thing drops like 20% in like an hour. And I'm like, what the heck? Is it like struggling for a signal or what? It's weird.
I know.
Like certain parts of the city just kill your phone so fast. And I'm like, what's going on?
It's probably all the different Wi-Fi signals. It's probably trying to latch onto something.
Probably. Although I guess it wasn't just me who was having problems trying to get on the college Wi-Fi network. My math instructor was having problems. My environmental science instructor was having problems. I'm like, okay, good. It's not just me. It's your network that sucks.
Rick says he has a spare fan from a server he can send you.
I'd be down. Send me the dimensions.
Goodness, he said he ordered a Anycubic carousel. Oh, those are cute. Those are really cool. 143. I don't know. I think that's Euro, I believe. Free transport. Nice. That's a really good deal.
Bit over 200 US, I think.
Probably. Is that with a heated bed, I wonder? Or probably with a cold bed, I bet.
Probably. I mean, honestly, for small prints, unless you really have to do, say, PETG or ABS, you don't need a heated bed, honestly. You know, engineered print surfaces have become so good. PEI, Build Tack, Print Z plates, whatever you use, it's all become so good, it's kind of a moot point. Now, if you're doing something big like on my Ultimaker, heck yeah, having a heated bed is nice. But if I'm doing tiny prints, truth of the matter is 9 times out of 10, like those little train prints that I've done, I won't heat the bed up. It's just not worth it. I'll just keep it cold because it saves on electricity and it saves on wear and tear. So I'm like, yeah, might as well. But if I really need to make sure something big is going to stay down and not warp, I turn the bed on.
Okay, again, it says he has a work meeting by Skype. It starts right now at 8:30. Oh, man. Maybe another time. Thanks for the invite. Anytime. And then, it says 155 US. That's pretty cool.
Wow. That's pretty cheap.
So no heated bed. It has a Build Tack style bed. Oh, that is nice for that price.
It's not bad. Now, you know me. I'm only just saying this because my attitude is if you make something cheap, there's somewhere that you had to, you know, cut something down on. So I wonder if they were able to make it really cheap just because the frame is very minimalist and they were able to save on materials, or it can't print super hot because it doesn't have an all metal hot end, but it sounds pretty nice for what the money is. I'll have to look at it later.
You know me, I like cheap. I like, especially when that's really wanting to get into 3D printing and they are doing it on a budget. The cheaper you can get into it, the better a lot of times, but $155, I don't know how that's going to be, but that's going to be pretty cool to see though. I'd really like to see how that one works out.
Yeah, same here. And don't get me wrong. It's not that I have anything against low price or cheap machines for an entry level one. It's just, what's the potential frustration level and what's the potential lifespan of it? Obviously I'm coming at it differently because I'm doing it. When I got into 3D printing, and I'm still sort of using it more as a business item than a hobby item. So obviously my goals and intentions are different. So don't get me wrong. I don't have anything personal against it. It's just, I'm always a little bit leery about it just because coming from a manufacturing background and knowing ways to cut costs, there's only so much you can do using really good quality stuff. But at the same time, you say to yourself, if you're not putting in a heated bed, you don't need all that equipment, you don't need all that cost, you don't need a hot end that can go that hot. There's ways like that you can keep the cost down. And also if you're buying stuff wholesale, that probably helps as well.
Yeah.
Is it a Delta?
I believe it is.
Okay, then that would make sense actually. Because a Delta doesn't really need a whole lot for a frame. I mean, you look at like a CMC Orion, I believe it is, that really tiny one, the Aris, I think it is, that really tiny one that they came out that's pretty cheap. When you think about it, literally it's just a base, the rails, and a top, and the electronics. So if it's a Delta, then it actually makes sense that you can do it cheap. I thought it was more of a Cartesian style, like my Ultimaker or your i3 or something like that, which takes actually a lot more frame material, a lot more goes to waste. And that's what it's, okay, so I kind of take back what I said. I'm still a little bit curious about what's the lifespan of the components and stuff, mostly the mechanical stuff, but things like polymer bushings are actually pretty good and they're relatively cheap. And if they're installed right, they last a long time. So, they're almost more cost effective, in my opinion, at least, than low cost LM8 UUs, which can have a lot of problems.
Okay, so he says that it has basic parts. Look, the videos on YouTube look good. It should totally, let's see. I'll have to get glasses eventually here, I think.
You need a bigger screen.
So it should totally be a good printer.
Like 3 monitors. There you go.
Yeah. It should be a good printer for the price. That's good. So his first printer was 155 euro. A seller returned for 40 of it, so it was 115 for a CTC Prusa i3. That is a good price.
Wow.
Yes, any cubic carousel is a Delta. That's what I was thinking.
That is actually pretty cool.
Huh?
That is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Personally, though, for my sake, I'm going to stick with Cartesian styles, but that's only because I don't do tall and skinny.
Yeah.
I do big and flat.
Okay, so he's off to his meeting. He's going to keep the chat going, but no sound.
Got it. One thing I will say, though, that makes Deltas a bit more attractive, if you know what you're doing with the software and stuff, is the addition of the sensing head, or things like the BL Touch, and the ability to have the machine actually probe its own work area and correct for any errors. Because trying to calibrate a Delta for the bed leveling, oh, it's a nightmare. At least on the CNC machines that my job had, literally you had to independently adjust a set screw that hit the home switch to adjust the leveling for that part of the bed. And it was just like, oh, really? And then if you overdid it in one spot, it would cause issues in another. It's like one of those things that really was just better left to a computer, or you just left it alone. And it was just like, oh. Thankfully, the stuff that we were doing at my job was like so high in a layer height that it wasn't that big of a deal. You would just make sure it laid down something that stuck for the first layer or two, and then just let it run. But it was, it was frustrating just because it was like you knew there was a better way to do it, but it just wasn't implemented at the time, or the technology wasn't there. So when CME-CNC came out with the idea of using the head itself to do the probing, it was like, at first I was kind of skeptical, and then I thought about like, no, wait, that's actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
Although my only concern is anytime you have a machine doing automated probing, is God forbid something goes wrong with the sensor, you better hope that thing has some kind of a built-in over limit so it knows how far it went from the homing down to the bed, and if it exceeds that limit in the software, it automatically calls an error so it doesn't try and like smash the head into something or grind the pulleys trying to push the head into the bed when it doesn't work. It has some kind of machine fail-safe like that.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Rick says he's got it's a 120 millimeter fan. So 120 millimeters would be what, 4 3/4?
Something like that. I mean, if I have to, I can make an adapter.
Yeah, that would totally work.
That would totally work. If I can return that.
How many CFM that would be for? It usually depends on. He does have the model number. Do you have where you can see the chat?
No, I can't see the chat right now. If you can look it up for me, that'd be awesome. Or message it to me or whatever.
Yeah, I'll copy it and I'll private message you on Twitter.
Sweet, because I have some little fans from like a server rack that I picked up a long time ago, like real tiny computer fans.
Prepare for the buzz.
Those things were nuts. Yeah, they sound like a mini jet engine. They would work good for cooling something that needs a lot of cooling. But yeah, those things are like, whee! I'm like, oh, that's loud. But they do their job well. Don't get me wrong. They don't have a ton of pressure, but they sure move a lot of air. And if you're just trying to blow air over a heat sink or electronics, perfect. Maybe that's what Brandon needs to put on his Type A to cool the head fast enough.
Hey, Calvin, I like the look you got going on right now, man.
Oh, the halo of the light above my head.
That aura, I seen it.
That's my awesomeness just beaming out of me right now. So if my sister's watching this is Audrey. This is all the awesomeness that's inside of me that you totally deny that I have, just like blasting out of me right now, and it's just blinding everybody. And oh, it is awesome.
You just gotta remember, Audrey doesn't watch me. She doesn't know who I am. Danielle's like, Jimmy who?
So oh, that guy.
Or how much closer are you to 700 subscribers?
Like, oh geez, last I checked, I think I was like 2 or 3 away, but it keeps going up and down. I think some of it is I'll get certain accounts that subscribe to me that have got like 3 subscribers and 0 videos. So I wonder if those are either just people who have a YouTube account just to subscribe to people, or if they're kind of like a bot account that just goes around and subscribes to people's channels to try and get them to click some phishing link or something, and then they get, yanked by YouTube or whatever. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of both. And honestly, when I say I don't care either way, it's one of those cases of, well, that's just the way the internet is. People are fickle. You gain them, you lose them, and that's fine by me. I mean, I do the same.
698.
Oh man, I'm creeping up there to 700 and then 1,000 eventually.
Guys, please, I just put in the chat. If you aren't already subscribed to him, please click on that link and subscribe to him. Let's get him to 700 tonight. Let's show him the love and let's get it all up. Let's get him to 700. I'm at 2,000. It'll be a good mix.
I'm creeping up on you very slowly there, Jimmy.
Hey, you'd be surprised how many people have creeped up and passed me by a lot.
Oh, I'll bet.
I remember when 3D Maker Noob came in and just blew past me.
The one thing I will say though, and this is something I find interesting, is videos that are non-technical related tend to be a lot more popular, like your Harry Lion video, than hi, I built a part for my printer. But you know, like I've said, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to make videos that are more fun, but I kind of at this point still like doing the videos that are more technical related, like projects and things like that. Like I built the light stand, or I'm working on building a little camera mount for my desk that's similar, some little light stands, but I'm trying to make them also look artistic at the same time by using the pipe and the plates, and might be including in some pipe fittings for parts that are going to get machined. You know, kind of keeping that industrial-ish look, but making it cool at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, and also making it using stuff that's readily accessible, or if somebody needs work done on something, it's something that could be done relatively cheaply as well. You know, I it's not that I have anything against people who do complex projects, but it sometimes is a little bit frustrating when somebody labels themselves a DIY channel and then go into like their $500 to $1,000 worth of tools workshop and build something, and you're like, that's really cool, but how's that DIY? You know, it's no diss to their video, and I'm not saying that, you know, you couldn't build it using other stuff, but sometimes I feel like if you can show that it can be made using simpler tools, why not do it? Just for the camera. I don't care if you use a table saw off camera, or at least explain, yes, you can do this with a scroll saw, it'll just take longer, and you know, that way people don't feel like I have to run out and buy this super expensive thing to get the job done. You know what I mean? And it's, you know, everybody does their own stuff differently, and that's totally cool. It's just sometimes I feel like people can get kind of frustrated when they see something and think, oh, well, I need to have all this stuff or I can't do that. And it's like, not really, you know.
So the guest just he just subscribed to you, so now you're up to $6.99.
Thanks, dude. Much appreciated.
You're on the cusp, man. You're on the cusp.
And everybody's gonna unsubscribe and I'm gonna jump back under 700 just to torture me.
I think we only got five. We have 5 years now. Somebody just rejoined. This isn't exactly the most popular stream. I didn't think it would because I didn't advertise ahead of time. I wasn't even going to stream tonight. And then there was Curtis. He texted me and asked me if I was going to stream tonight. And then a couple other ones asked me if I was going to stream. So I put that poll up on Twitter real quick. And I had 5 people. Was it 5 people said stream and 1 said don't? Or four and 1.
And then because we're the world-class fabrication club thingy that I was at tonight is inside the building, there's like no cell service, and I'm usually so busy either working on my own stuff or trying to help other people out in there. You know, it's like I just put my phone on airplane mode because I know it's just going to kill the battery trying to get a signal. So I'm like checking my phone when I get home and I'm like, oh snap, Jimmy hit 2,000. Oh man, I couldn't vote in the poll, but oh cool if he does a live stream.
Yeah, I thought I'll just go ahead and do it.
Why not? I mean, that's kind of the fun of it, is just randomly doing it. And if 5 people show up, oh well, you know.
I thought about stopping past Walmart and picking up some of those party poppers and coming here off the bat, shoot one right at the camera.
Those things are so lame. You need to do the 3D printed ones like what Danielle and I did. Those things. Oh, those things kicked butt. One thing that I'm going to do for the extras channel is film a side-by-side comparison of the store-bought ones to the homemade ones, just to show one. And I'm also going to use the footage to show the slow motion capabilities of comparing my camera to the GoPro, the action cameras, because I'm curious to see how they compare in, you know, side-by-side slow motion shots. But I'm thinking something like that would be a really good application for it, just for fun.
Yeah, it would. That'd be really
But
good.
those store ones, oh, those things were just abysmal. When we set it off on camera, it was literally like, and we're like, the heck? Oh shoot, she's getting away. I mean, those things were so lame. And even though when Danielle tried to do it, she kind of ended up dumping out all the confetti instead of like blasting it. And she was
Yeah.
kind of like moving both hands at the same time instead of pretty much like slamming them into each other. It still made for a good video clip that never made it in. So that's all that matters.
I just begged on Twitter for somebody to be number 700.
Thanks, dude. Although I will say when I hit around, depending upon how fast it's climbing, probably when I hit around 850 to 900, I'm going to start to consider like, am I going to have a giveaway? If I'm going to do that, am I going to do it myself? Am I going to get outside people in there? What am I going to do? You know,
You're going to
that
have
whole
a
thing.
giveaway anyway. You do realize this, right?
Is this like an unwritten rule?
It's an unwritten rule. It says you hit 700, you're going to be having a giveaway.
Whoa, I don't have time, Jimmy.
You already made something.
Wait, what?
Hey, man, we got a show together. It's Calvin and Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
And what did you make that has Calvin and Jimmy on it?
Oh, wait, now I can't remember. Crap. Oh, duh.
I got the bearing. I got to do is just wash out the grease out of the bearing, get it pressed in there. You gave me those other pieces for it. Get those glued in, or however. Let's do it. Let's just do a thing between between the two of us. Do a giveaway.
Yeah, duh. Man, that thing was so long ago. I totally forgot about it. I'm like, wait, I didn't design a maker coin. I didn't design a. Oh yeah, duh.
In fact, if you hang out for keep everything going, talk for a little bit. You can talk about me all you want. I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Go, Jimmy, go.
Okay, be right back.
So I can't see chat right now, so I'm pretty much taking over for Jimmy. But one thing that I want to do with the file that Chris over at Practical Printing sent me of his maker coin is actually scale that down to about a 2-inch diameter, because I've got some 2-inch copper bar stock, so I can make a custom medallion in that. But I also want to try and scale it down to the point that I can make keychains with the file, similar to the ones that I made up for myself and had for sale. And then my friend Ashley over at Chip Builds is using in some of her woodworking projects. She's actually gluing them into it to personalize them with her logo on it, which is pretty cool actually. So I want to see if there's a way that I can at least have like the Megaphone and JST on there, because there's limitations to how tiny I can engrave, but we'll have to see about that. But that would be pretty darn sweet. One thing I'm curious about with the spinner though is how much it's oxidized, considering that where both me and Jimmy live is pretty damp. And while I did rub the part down with some new finish car polish wax-y stuff to keep it sealed in, I'm curious what the condition of it will be in the meantime. It's really weird not being able to check chat. It's kind of annoying. We're out there, Jimmy. I'm dying over here. I ain't got my chat. Oh man. Where is everybody? You know what? Let me run upstairs so I can get on the laptop. Bear with this for a second, guys. It's gonna go dark. Don't worry. It's just me running upstairs so I can get on my laptop. All right, I just need to get my filming light on. Just give me one more minute. Okay, I think Jimmy's coming back. Thank God.
It's all quiet in here, man.
Hey, I was coming upstairs to get on the laptop so I can actually see what's going on in chat.
Okay. So, what took me so long was trying to find the second one of those. But I can't find it. I know it's there. I just haven't found it yet. There we go. Can you see that?
Oh, that thing held up really good. I'm surprised it's not more tarnished.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's actually held up really good.
All that new finish probably helps.
Let's see. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So it says, make it with Calvin. And it says Jimmy Shaw's Tidbits. And so what it is, I picked up, this was a $10 bearing back when I bought it. So I still got to wash it out because it's still pretty tight from the grease. So I get it washed out with some WD-40. It's a ceramic bearing. And
Nice.
I'll talk with Calvin and make sure I get this pressed in correctly so I don't ruin anything, but I'll get it pressed in there. We'll get the button set up for it. I think you said you use Loctite with it?
Yeah, you could use Loctite or a little bit of JB Weld or something that'll bond the two together.
Yeah. I get that pressed in there, and then what we'll do is we'll do a giveaway between the two channels.
Sounds awesome.
That way you got a little something going on.
For sure. Oh, man.
You're still $6.99, man.
Oh, I know. Man, not to go totally off topic, but I'm staring at the Wanhao duplicator, Wanhao D7 again.
Yeah.
Oh, so much drool.
Okay, so Calvin's been looking at this printer for a while now, but he is in love with it. And it's the Wanhao, was it a D7?
D7. Duplicator 7, D7 for short, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so what exactly is an SLA printer?
It's a DLP. So the way this one works is it has a projector and a mirror, so it pretty much projects the image of the part that's going to be printed onto the mirror that goes up onto the build bed. So the way this one works is it pretty much takes a photo of each layer, if you will, while something like the Moai or the Formlabs takes the laser and it traces it. So the advantage of a DLP is less moving parts, higher precision, and also the size of the print the size of the layer doesn't necessarily affect the layer time, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can share on my end of it which one you're talking about here. Are you looking on AliExpress?
AliExpress, 3D Printers Bay, that sort of stuff. Now, the one thing that I am curious about is the print volume of it. Because obviously when you start tilting things with, you know, supports and whatnot, your build bay gets very tiny very fast. So that's one of my main concerns is how big is the actual work area relative to the size of prints that I do at home.
Okay, so here it is right here. It's the Wanhao, so version 1.4 Wanhao D7 duplicator, UV resin 3D printer, SLA. Nice. So they're going for $399. I guess after shipping is going to be $521.26. That's a pretty cool looking printer. What's the resolution on that one?
The claimed resolution is down to 35 microns, which personally, after working with resin printers, you really don't need to go down that low because of the way it works and whatnot. But my main thing is the print volume area.
Okay, so it's 120 by 68 by 200. Wow. That's a pretty good size for resin printer, isn't it?
That's about 4 5/8 by, don't know which dimension 68 is, by about 2 5/8 by about 7 3/4. So I'm assuming, being it's a rectangular build area, it's probably about what was it, 120? So it's probably about 4 3/4, 4 5/8 by 2 5/8, which I'd have to see if that is big enough to do the kind of prints that I'd want to pull off at home. So the last thing I want to do is be like, oh yeah, dude, this thing's so sweet, and then buy it and then realize, oh, it doesn't fit what I want, and I'm kind of screwed. Because the main problem for me is getting little resin prints done is very economical. Getting big resin prints done is very expensive. So it's kind of like, the other thing is the turnaround time. There's nothing wrong with me shipping batches of stuff out, but you know what I mean.
Check out these
So
sample
right now
prints. Check out the sample prints that they got here. I mean, that's pretty good, especially the one with the engine block. That looks like a fairly good sized print.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see if there's a way that you can potentially download the software. I think what I might do is I might contact Wanhao and be like, hey, I'm just interested in if it's possible to download the software just to get a feel for it, to see if the models that I design will fit into the build volume of this machine with supports, and just also get a feel for what the software is like. I mean, I'm kind of feeling like, there's and there's other things that you have to keep in mind as well. It's like the resin, the trays, the mess, the space. So there's a lot of other stuff that I have to keep in mind with this, but it's one of those things that, don't get me wrong, the Ultimaker 2 is not going anywhere. It still works good for stuff. It's just because I'm trying to expand my 3D design and printing for model trains thing, I'm trying to make things more streamlined and more cost effective, because while it's great that I can get a cab for a small locomotive printed for like $60, I'd much rather be able to make the thing myself and sell it for 30 if possible.
Right.
I still have to calculate if it's cheaper to just send the work off to somebody with, say, like a Forum Labs or something like that, but we'll see. It's one of those things where it's like, if I got it, it would require a whole lot of work to set it up. So I'm trying to be realistic about it. I'm not saying that I wouldn't get one. It's just I'm trying to also be realistic with myself. Like, okay, great, I have enough equipment as is. Do I need more, less? Is it really worth it, or is it just me buying to the hype of, oh my gosh, this is a new machine? So there's a lot of things that I have to kind of keep in mind. But I did sit down. Well, I asked my accounting teacher about it, and he showed me that, yeah, it'd be theoretically possible based off the sales that you're making to pay off the machine in a reasonable time frame, but that doesn't include external costs like consumables or things like that. But at least it was something within reason.
Yeah. Let me start by saying good night, Rick. Thank you very much for joining. And I'm going to bounce back up here. I noticed that Chris joined us here. Okay, so you weren't hearing the audio. Oh, I guess that's probably whenever I was out. Sorry, I just barely got back in looking at the chat here. But thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate it.
And they're back at it again with Dotson.
NLTMW says, Chris, I think that the new logo is responsible for Jimmy hitting 2,000. I have no doubts it probably was.
Well, it got, well, I mean, your poll got like a bajillion retweets, and it got, people checking out the video and the channel and stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And that's that's a that's a good thing.
Okay, so Chris wants to know when Curtis, him and Curtis are going to pick up the Datsun.
I don't get what it is with these two guys and their obsession with my dad's Datsun. My gosh.
Datsuns are cool.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm just saying it's like they have like this unhealthy obsession with it almost.
Curtis says, "We, you must mean me soon."
Oh man.
Chris says, "Hey, somebody's got to push." Does it run?
I can't even remember. I think it does, but it runs, but it needs some help. There's no way that thing would pass smog. I think it's past the smog date. My dad's always concerned that if he's driving, he's going to go by one of the smog sensor thingies. He's going to get a letter in the mail from the DMV going, dude, your car is a gross polluter. Fix it up or de-reg the thing.
What year is it?
Oh, I can't remember. It's a 510 if that gives any time frame.
Let's see here. Gonna make me look it up.
And don't worry, guys. I have nothing against older cars. I'm just poking fun at you guys because you're always, all crawling over it. Okay, so according to, I don't know what the specs below it are, but Datsun 510s were produced between August of 67 to 73.
You know what? It shouldn't even require smog.
Yeah, it's just the thing literally smells horrid. Like you turn the thing on and it's not like, oh, the engine heats up and it runs good. I mean, I think that thing burns oil. It smells that bad.
Well, the good thing about that engine, it should be fairly cheap to rebuild it.
Yeah. My dad, I think, got it. Next time I'm down visiting, I'll have him pop on the live stream and he can blab about all his cars or like run around my lap and be like, oh, hey, check out this car that I got and check out this car. No, check out Audrey's Trading House and check out this car that I got. Oh, here's the wife's Honda. But
Chris he did actually downhill great with a tailwind.
The funny thing is my dad did actually take like the engine out of his mid to late-ish 80s, I think it was, Ford Turbo Coupe. They ended up selling like a lot of the components on and sold the chassis to a scrapyard. He ended up taking the 5-speed from that and put it into his Pinto station wagon. That stinking thing can do burnouts. It's awesome. It was a nightmare to put it in there, but oh man, that thing is fun. I remember one morning we're pulling into the church parking lot and we check around, there's like nobody in there. So he does like a quickie little burnout for like 10 feet. And then somebody we know like pulls in like right after we're starting to do it. And I'm like, we're screwed. And we get out of the car and my dad's trying to act like he didn't do anything. And our friend's like, Tom, were you doing a burnout in the parking lot? And we're like, no, I know what you're talking about. Walk in there like all shy and everything. It was great. We weren't going to admit to it. Everybody knew it was awesome.
I'm still trying to get you that one more subscribe. I just put the link in there again. If any of you aren't subscribed to Calvin, please click the link. Please subscribe so he can hit 700. He's right there.
Jimmy can give away his outdated fidget spinner.
Yeah, we got this fidget spinner we're going to get put together and we'll give it away. We'll have a contest.
Sounds like a plan.
So how do you get the bearing in? Do you press it in with a pair of pliers or do you just tap it in with a hammer?
Tap it in there with the hammer really gently.
Okay.
If it doesn't seem like it wants to go in, if you have a drill press, take a wooden dowel and cut a slit in the middle and put a little bit of sandpaper in there and just kind of orbit that around, because my mill doesn't cut really round circles and the hole is a little bit undersized.
Okay.
So, but being that brass is relatively soft, you can probably size it up. But if it doesn't want to slide in there, don't force it.
You don't want me to force it in?
No, because then you'll probably break it. And you'll be sad because you broke your $10 bearing, and then you're going to not be happy.
Oh, he was so mad when I bought a $10 bearing. But I'm like, I want something that whenever they spin it, will actually spin. $10. I picked up those other bearings too. I forgot to bring those to you last time I saw you.
Don't worry about it. Next time we meet up.
In fact, I got to find them again too.
I'm like me with everything. It's like, I know I've got some stuff lying around here somewhere. Oh, I got to find it.
I got some stuff for the thing. It's somewhere.
That's the story of my life. Despite trying to organize everything, it's all gone to crap again since school started and I got boxes in. It's great.
Curtis says, smell doesn't equal car ranking. Chris says, smell adds character. I see we have Tinkering Corner in. How you doing, my friend?
Getting caught up on chat again.
We have Extreme Troid 67. How you doing? It has been a while.
That's the best answer yet, Chris. That's just great.
What's that?
He goes, I've already used 47 of my Google accounts to Calvin already.
Oh, man. Oh, there you are. You just hit 700.
Quick, build it now.
I should have brought some WD-40 with me. Hey, how does rubbing alcohol work with it?
I wouldn't do it because of the water.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Killjoy.
Hey, I'm trying to save your $10 bearing. Shut up.
I don't see any grease, but it doesn't. It spins, but it doesn't like really spin. Of course, I guess once you put some weight to it, it would, right?
Yeah, once you put a weight on it, it'll Oh, yeah, that's a great idea, Chris. Yeah, just totally soak the bearing in gasoline. That works every time.
Actually, I've heard that's how you're supposed to do it.
I'll put it this way, and I'm not advocating using gasoline like this, but it does work very, very well as a degreaser, although you have to be ridiculously careful with it for obvious reasons.
Oh, there we go. I got it in.
You got it in?
Let's see.
Put the Oh wait, you only have one button, never mind.
Yeah, I only have one button. I gotta find the other button.
I was gonna say, put the both buttons on there, Jimmy. Oh right, duh, you've only got one. You need more, I can send you more.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh, that's spinning a while.
It's not bad for that small of a spinner.
That's impressive. I'm seriously surprised. Because
Well,
something that
$10 a better spin.
There are gonna be so many good one-liners, kind of like how do you make your bed? Hammer and nails. Sorry, I can't let you live that one down. My brain is like so literal. That is totally the answer that I would give. If I saw somebody making my bed that way, I'd just say hammer and nails, and everybody think I'm a nutcase.
Let's see here. I missed a whole bunch on the chat here. Let's see. Yes, channel is growing good. Thank you very much. Stuck on a work break. Oh, sweet. I often watch YouTube on my breaks too. That little look of. How much is Coca-Cola pay? Okay, so I went to the gas station. I spent 99 cents for a Diet Coke, but the only thing is they don't have a Coke machine. All they have is a Pepsi machine. But yet they have Coke cups. So it doesn't make any sense, but oh well, 99 cents.
Maybe that's why it's 99 cents, because they got a whole bunch of Coke cups for free when they had a Coke machine. But then everybody decided they wanted Pepsi, and they said, screw it, we'll just keep using the free Coke cups. And then they're waiting for Pepsi to send them free cups, and then Coke's going to want to give them a machine for free. It's going to be vice versa.
Exactly.
For all we know, that's what happened.
Okay, Extremoid 67. MPU homies are good. Okay, which one are you again? Remind me. It's one of my coworkers, I'm pretty sure.
One of your numerous wonderful coworkers.
Let's see, was that Ray? Let's see. Let me go back up in the chat. No,
Somebody just sent you $2.
Ray was which one? Huh? What?
Yeah, somebody sent you $2.
Oh man! Oh, that's Tom. That's my brother. What? Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it. I can afford 2 Cokes.
This episode is brought to you by my brother Tom. He bought me 2 Cokes. Slurp.
Let's see here. Man, I'm gonna have to get some glasses. This is getting bad. Getting old sucks, man.
Oh,
Hey, we
man.
got this new place called what's the name of that? Sutton Optical or something. Staten Optical. They advertised 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $69.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's almost unbelievable.
I mean, how much does Costco charge?
Oh man, last time I priced them, they were pretty expensive.
Because I know my mom would get her glass. I mean, I don't know if she'd get her prescription over there, but I know she'd get her frames and stuff done over at Costco.
The Tinkering Car says, let me unsub to Calvin real quick. You might be down one. Let's see.
Let me refresh
No,
my
you're
page.
still 700. You're good.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
We'll get together. We'll do a giveaway video sometime this weekend or something, okay?
Sounds good. Keep me posted. I'm pretty darn sure I'm going to be free. Yeah, I'm going to be free probably this weekend. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
But right now, I'm Saturday. I'm planning. Well, Saturday morning, I'll go up be with my mom, and then I'm hoping to go take Beth over to Hollister. They're having another concert over there, so I'm hoping to make it over there for that. I think it's a Tom Petty and a Fleetwood Mac tribute bands. So I figure go over there for that. That's provided she's feeling up to it. And then Sunday, I got an appointment with Curtis. If I can make it up there early, I'm planning on leaving like early Sunday morning, go up there, help him out, and then shoot back and be with mom for the afternoon.
Awesome.
But it all depends on how Beth's doing, because if she can ride that far and feel comfortable, then that's cool. But if not, then it's like, yeah, we'll have to play it by ear.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's like the nice thing about my schedule is, except for in the mornings, I'm free all day Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, and Mondays I just have a night class. So it's kind of nice that I have that nice gap of time, if you will, to get stuff done, which is really nice.
Tinkering Quarter says Tom is a badass brother. You know what? He is. He is awesome. I tell you what, he is a great brother.
I wish my sister was that awesome.
Your sister seems like a nice person.
You haven't seen her off camera.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Well, I won't talk about it here because then she'll probably jump on chat and start screaming at me or call me to like try and cut me off of this thing. But let's just say that there was some footage that I really wanted to film involving the tiny house, and my dad can attest to it that she had a complete meltdown over it. And I'm just like, seriously? And my dad was just sitting there trying his like both me and my dad were trying not to just like completely lose it laughing at her throwing a fit over something because we knew if we did that, it was just going to make it worse. But we're just like, what's the big deal? Not that big of a deal. People actually have kind of wanted to see this. Whatever.
Did you record it?
No.
Rats.
I wanted to, but I'm standing there with the camera ready to go, and she's like threatening, like, I will sue you if you record this. You record the weirdest. I'm like, I don't record weird stuff, okay? If you saw the amount of stuff that I filmed, it never makes it to air, but I'm glad I filmed it because it might come in handy later. My attitude is if it's not inappropriate, I'm going to film it just because it's worth keeping. It might get used in another episode. It might never get used. Oh, well, you have it because if you don't, then you're going to want it. But no, she doesn't think like that. But whatever.
Okay, Extreme Pride 67 was a coworker. He's Christian. Okay, I remember you. Thank you. I remember that now. Let's see here. Lucky 13, Tom buying 2 cooks. Yes, he did. Well, he paid for one, and now I'm going to buy another. I'm going to say go buy another one. Breaks over. He's out. Okay, thank you very much, Christian, for joining. I appreciate it. Chris, that's why I don't know. I don't know if she's going to be up to it or not. So we'll have to see. I have to see how she's feeling. Should have a pretty good idea on Saturday how she's feeling. That's going to be. I mean, she had the surgery on Monday, but once again, they said that she could start driving now that she's back home. But at the same time, I honestly don't know how she'll feel as far as traveling that far. We'll have to play it by ear.
My advice is don't overdo it.
Tinkering Quarter says, LMAO, she really wanted to sue you? I can see that on stinking Judge Judy.
I'll put it this way. I know her. There's times where, people will make a threat and they don't mean it. But I know her. When she says things and she's pretty upset, you don't want to push it. We'll put it that way. Although I did get my dad's all like, wait, you left the camera behind, didn't you? I'm like, yeah. Oh, you mean I could film it? I'm like, dude, if you film it, I don't care. You filmed it. So what I need to do is like send my dad a link to a Google Doc so that way he can like deposit the file in there and I can download it, check that it looks good, and then upload it on my end. That would be pretty funny though.
So Chris says rest is best, and he's also asking Curtis, what is the latest and greatest thermal grease for CPUs?
I heard there's some stuff with like pulverized diamond in it. Supposedly diamond has really good thermal conductivity.
That's the one I heard about too. I don't know if it's how good it is. The other one is Arctic Silver. I always heard was really good.
Sorry, I'm like totally drooling over a tweet that a modeling company in Italy came out with for a model. I'm easily distracted at this time of night. Sorry.
With 3 reviews, and it's got 5 egg review on Newegg. That's not bad. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I just put it in the chat. I think. Oh, it's probably too long.
Chris said Arctic Silver is always good, but it seems like every week there is something better and better. I guess my take on that is you're going to hit a point where you can only transfer so much heat so efficiently, and then it just kind of boils down to smoke and mirrors and marketing hype. But I mean, I guess, and this is just me, and I'm not Jay's 2 cents, I'm not Barnacle, but I guess my feeling is you can only get so much heat out of something anyways. So, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess my take is I can understand for a very, you know, demanding application using like the tip top of the line stuff, but I think for everybody else, regular to an extent, thermal grease probably would work just fine. There's no need to run out there and buy the latest, greatest. No offense to anybody that does that. I'm not dissing it or anything like that. It's just sometimes I kind of feel like, it kind of becomes more marketing hype than it is like the actual facts of what it can do gets lost in all the hypey dipey. Oh, it has pulverized unicorn horns. Whoa, you know.
Tinker Carter says, remember to put the face on the pins to improve conductivity.
It just sounds like a bad idea.
There'll be somebody say, okay. What's the one on Threadripper? Is it like you're supposed to put 4 lines or something like that on it, I think? I forget what it was. It's like, really?
The one thing I will say is I almost feel like if you put too much paste on, it's going to actually do more harm than help. Because instead
Yeah.
of it being the metal to metal with the grease there to help the heat transfer, all of a sudden it acts like an insulator or it just gets wasted, period.
Now, I will tell you on Diamond, the reason why I think it's supposed to work pretty good, from what I understand, oh man, something happened to my stream. Anytime I see a dip in something, something's going on. Anyway, from what I understand with the diamond dust, it's supposed to really conduct heat really, really fast.
Yeah, because diamond has really good thermal conductivity from what I've heard.
So am I looking pretty bad right now?
You're kind of going digital on my end with your voice.
Yeah, I can see the pictures going digital as well.
Yeah, your voice went kind of yeah, like that. Weird.
Yeah,
The-
something's going bad wrong on my connection.
oh man.
I don't know if
Sorry,
I
I'm getting
can
a little distracted looking.
What's that?
Sorry, I'm getting a little bit distracted looking at better blower fans that I could have, should have, would have bought.
Trying to see if
Oh
there's a
well.
way I can reload my stream. Let me try something, see if it works.
All right. Is it just on me right now? Oh, Jimmy's back. Hey,
Okay, am I back?
you're back.
Yeah, I'm still having some problems with it.
Yeah, it's probably your ISP.
Yeah, more than likely something went wrong. Yeah, but Yeah, it's looking a little bit better at the moment.
Yeah, you're still kind of choppy, cutting in and out.
If it's sure, I'm not sure if it's on my end of it or if it's on Google's end of it.
Because my image on my phone looks good, but I'm thinking that's just because that's what the screen is picking up.
You know what? Let me go up here and close some of these windows I opened too.
It's probably hogging RAM.
Duh. Leave it to me to mess up like that, huh?
Can't say I've made that mistake.
Okay, let's see. Oh, that's looking a lot better. There
Way
was
better.
something playing in the background, it looked like, so I killed that, and that seemed like it helped it.
Awesome. Bear with me, my ADD mind is staring at blowers going, should I return the one that I got or keep using it?
So did you get the metal blower or did you get the plastic one?
I got the metal one.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I just felt more comfortable if I was using something around a lit torch. I'd much rather it be metal than plastic. Plus I was going to try and make the unit semi-portable. Don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but, I posted up the link in the chat to the one that I got. I mean, it's not a bad fan. It's quiet and things like that. It's just, it is what it is.
Okay, so Practical Printing says, for the record, it isn't for a chip, it's for a mechanical application where lapping the parts isn't practical. In that case, I'd probably go with that Arctic Silver. I'd probably just go with it.
You know more than me.
I wouldn't spend $10 for a tube of diamond dust for
Especially if it's
a mechanical operation.
Yeah, especially if it's a mechanical one. All of a sudden you have $10 lapping compound, not $10 thermal grease.
Yeah, because the Arctic Silver, I believe, is aluminum, if I remember right. Because I used it whenever I did that video where I did the heat sink deal on that extruder. That's why I used Arctic Silver, and it seemed like it did pretty good for that stuff.
Gotcha.
The heat sink that did its job, it sucked the heat away from the hot end. But you know what? I might revisit that one because I made one critical error on it. I should have took and made a gap between the hot end, and I should have put all the washers up higher so that it would have kept the heat down at the upper part of the tube and not be so close to the hot end. And I think that's where I made my mistake. I don't know though, because then again, it probably would suck the heat away from it, even at that.
Yeah, the only thing is the main thing is you want to make sure that you have some kind of oh man, feedback is crazy.
Why in the world is it switching back and forth?
I don't know, because it started feeding back on me. I could start hearing myself. It's weird.
Let's try that. Try it now.
Okay, so crap, what was I saying? My brain is not working right now. I need to go to bed soon.
I know. I told my wife, I'll be over there about 30 minutes. It's been an hour and a half.
And
our show doesn't even go that long.
And I jump on strictly to help you with the camera that you're a jerk and you put away in the boxes in 30 seconds of becoming, oh, go on, come on, put the camera away.
It wasn't 30 seconds. It was a minute.
Oh, details. I'm just teasing. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, man. Tinker Corner is asking how many kids I have. I have 2 older kids. I have a stepson and a stepdaughter. And I don't have any kids of my own that way.
I still have 0 kids.
Huh?
I still have 0 kids, if you're wondering, Tinkering Corner.
At least none that you're going to admit to, right?
Exactly. So practical printing goes, I have that same fan with a Links Flex to vent the AV closet in my attic. Well, that makes sense. In my application, I'm trying to suck up soot and garbage from my OxyTorch or also my FlexCore welder because I'm going to try and see if I can make the setup kind of hang on the wall, but I can take it down for when I'm doing welding and stuff to kind of suck up some of the fumes. But we'll see. If it doesn't work, whatever.
Tinker Corey says, "Can I be your first kid of your own?" That might be a little bit hard.
Yeah.
Brandon just popped back in, says, "You guys still going? Lucky me." Chris saying, "Wait, Jimmy, I thought you were adopting Calvin." Who's your daddy, Calvin? Who's your daddy?
Is it you? I knew I grew up in the wrong family.
That's so wrong.
I know. It's all your fault.
Your family's going to watch us. They're going to say, okay, what's going on here?
Nah, everybody who knows me knows I'm a bit of a weirdo.
Oh, man, I think I've had enough.
I think so, too. I think we need to cut it before we say anything regrettable.
Thank you so much, Calvin, for coming on. I appreciate it.
No problem.
I was hoping to be more people join, but nobody else wanted to come on.
I scared them all away. So inadvertently, sorry for crashing the show.
That's no problem. I appreciate it. It makes it fun when I got somebody to interact with.
It's true. Instead of just sitting there going, we sit on chat. I can't read the chat. What did you mean? Because of that, I know how it is, though, with the whole delay thing makes it kind of difficult. By the time somebody posts something to chat and you read it, you're like, what?
Tinker Curse says, adopt Calvin, but change his name to Carlos.
Oh, gosh.
He'd be like, Viva la raza! Oh, man.
This is Jimmy on Too Much Coke.
we have fun. We have fun up there at my night job. We're all the time just talking garbage. I have the greatest coworkers up there. We're working the truck, me and Mo and all them guys, man. We have fun on that truck. We'll just be back there going, except they do a whole lot better than I do.
Oh, man.
Then everybody wonders why I make enchiladas.
Hey, they taste good.
Oh, man. Chat ran away. They're like, okay, I've had enough of this. So what you say, Carlos?
Me llamo C-Dub.
That's why they call you C-Dub, wasn't it? Carlos Dub. Hey, Chris is taking off. Thank you very much, Chris, for joining. I appreciate it. Goodness. Hello, Carlos 3D.
Oh, gosh, no. Oh, man. We are just so wrong.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I'm going to hop off. I'm fading fast.
Okay, my
I'd
friend. Thank
expect
you
to
for
stay up
joining.
this late.
I'll see you on Tuesday. Okay.
Sounds good. For the regularly scheduled stupidity.
Give us a Mexican 3D channel. Yes, we do. That would be awesome. Cholo 3D. That's what we need. We need Cholo 3D. And all my friends here are just like, yes, yes, do it.
Then you can make like taco trains and churro holders and guacamole machines, you know, an agua fresca fountain, you know.
Because everybody knows Salinas isn't pronounced Salinas. It's really pronounced Salinas. Oh, man.
Oh, jeez.
I better check my subscriber count. I might be under 2,000 now.
Everybody's going to think we're racist and we're not.
We're not. No, not by a long shot. No way.
I have a multi-ethnic fan base. I leave it at that.
Oh man, this is fun.
Oh jeez.
I'm gonna be made fun of so bad at work tomorrow night. It's not even gonna be funny. Oh man. Deacon Carney says, as a Latino, he's not. This is not racist. I approve.
Hey,
so would about 20 of my friends at work. But all my coworkers, I kid you not, at the store I work at, I can count all the white people on one hand, and it's not 5. Oh man. Oh yeah, and I'm one of them. Oh man. This is fun though. But Calvin, I'll let you go. You're fading, man. I can tell it.
I am fading fast.
Yeah,
I just gotta try and like fall asleep. That's my only problem.
I'm gonna call it a night too, my friend. Thank you very much for joining me. See you on Tuesday. Thank you. You guys are the awesome ones. You guys are the reason. I mean, 2,000 subscribers. I never dreamed in a million years I'd hit 2,000. I was going to be happy with 100. Then I hit 1,000, and I was just like, okay, put a fork in me. I'm done. I'm good. 2,000.
And then you met Rick at Maker Faire.
Yeah, I met Rick at Maker Faire, and he recognized me. It's like, okay, sweet. My life's complete now, right? And 2,000, and now it's like, okay, where can this go from here? I don't know.
Can only go up. Thanks again for well,
I could go up until they watch the stream, and then I might go back down.
And thanks again for plugging my channel to get it to 700 so we could hold the mini little simultaneous giveaway of El Fidget Spinner that I made a long time ago.
So when I get the other button on there, it's going to look like that.
And it is sick.
So what we're going to do is we'll set up the giveaway either this weekend or something. We'll announce it on Tuesday. We'll announce the giveaway, and I'll talk with Calvin. We'll get it all figured out, but we'll just do it where it'll just be two entries. It'll be subscribe to him, subscribe to me, and if you want to add in a video deal as an extra, we can do that. But we'll.
I think the way it would work is, I think the simplest would be 1 point for subscribing to your channel, 1 point to subscribing to mine, maybe 1 point for 1 point per, say you like the Facebook page, and we call it done. Just keep it simple like that. You know, personally, I feel watching a video is kind of lame. You know, I personally don't always do that. So my thoughts are just keep it simple. It's more of an impromptu giveaway. It's nothing very big. So let's just keep it, you know, simple and easy like that. Maybe set it for like, maybe we start it at this stream, at this coming stream, we make it live, and then the next coming stream we announce the winner live.
That works for me. That'll be fine. You want to do it worldwide, or do you want to do it USA only?
I say it's fine if we do it worldwide. I mean, it's not that expensive to ship something like that, and we have a global viewer base. We might as well. And no promises, but I'm gonna try and see if there's a way that I can make up. I obviously have a couple of my keychains lying around, but I'm gonna see if I can modify Chris's logo that he made up for you to make that into a keychain to throw that into the package as well. So that way there's, there's a little bit of swag from both of us. So it's more than just the fidget spinner. Maybe it's a couple of stickers, a maker coin from each of us, maybe a keychain or two, or offer maybe like 2 different giveaway things where it's like they both enter in the same competition, but one person wins the spinner, maybe one person wins some stickers, and one person wins keychains. That way there's more stuff to go around. So that way there's more opportunities to win, and people tend to be more apt to enter if there's a first, second, and third prize. I think that'd be the most fun. So that way, and we obviously throw in a keychain and a sticker with that thing because it's not going to add any weight, but we have a separate giveaway for those 2 items as well, just because they're easy and cheap to ship out. But that way there's more opportunities for people to win, and people don't feel like, oh, I didn't win. There's more opportunities to, that sort of thing.
Okay. We'll get it all figured out, and then we'll discuss it this weekend, and then we'll have it up on Tuesday. We'll get
Sounds
something
awesome.
going.
Oh yeah. Hey, at least if
celebrate you hit 700, man.
Hey, if anything, we have 3D printers. We can build maker coins to put in a box if need be.
I've got a whole bag of maker coins. I got a whole bag from Maker Faire because I only gave out like a few.
I've still got a fair number lying around, but I can just send you the file so you can just print it up yourself, just so I don't have to ship it. Not unless I can. But if I make the keychains, then I can ship it down. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, if I run up that way, well, let's see. If nothing else, I can run up there next weekend if need be. If I don't make it up there this coming weekend, one way or another, we'll meet up.
Yeah, next weekend, I have family in town, so I'll be busy.
Oh, okay, that's no problem.
Yeah,
we'll get something figured out.
Oh yeah. All right.
So if they all unsubscribe and they resubscribe, then we can have another 2,000K sub stream. Tinker Corner says he needs that spinner.
Oh, it's awesome. If you guys saw the one that I made for Angus, it's the exact same style with the engraving on there and the tarnishing, and it is awesome.
Yeah, I really like it. I thought about not even giving it away, and then I whenever you hit 700 tonight and I hit 2,000, I'm like, you know what? Giveaway's on. We'll do it.
Don't worry, I can make more.
Yeah, but that takes away from the value of it. Right now, this is the only one in the world.
Well, I could just make one that says Jimmy Shaw's Tidbits on both sides, so you have your own custom one. There, it's still unique.
I like it like this, though. I like it with the let me get closer to that camera.
Jimmy needs a longer arm.
You know what I'm about to do, don't you?
You're about ready to fall on the desk, and everybody's gonna like bust up laughing.
You know what I'm gonna do? Look at that.
What?
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Oh man.
You ever watch the Hodge Twins?
I saw the one video and they go to Popeye, so that.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the
one. Oh yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at the steam roll off that. No, I won't say that. I get demonetized if I say that. Look at that. Respect it.
Oh man, what did you mean you forgot to put napkins in the bag? You forgot to put napkins in the bag? Oh my gosh, you forgot to put napkins in the bag. Oh man, we're screwed, man. No, we're still fine, man. Just look at that steam coming off that biscuit, man. Oh, look at that steam. Oh man.
I love those guys, man. I love watching them. We're hitting all the
Without
fast
sounding
food
racist?
restaurants. In fact, you know what? Oh no, they were in San Jose tonight. They were in San
Oh.
Jose tonight. I forgot all about it.
And
Moment of
without sounding
silence.
racist, this is why black people are awesome.
Yeah, the Hodge twins were in San Jose tonight doing the comedy show.
Oh man.
And I don't know if they were in San Francisco before, if they're going to be in San Francisco tomorrow. It might have been the last 2 nights. They might have been up in San Francisco. I think they're going to be down in LA or something starting tomorrow, if I remember right. I could have seen them. I could have seen them. Oh, well, added one more thing of my list of regrets.
Well, hey, in your defense, you're juggling your mom in the hospital, your wife back from surgery, and trying to do a YouTube show. So, you know.
That's true. It's been a busy one, I'll tell you.
I mean, if your life wasn't as busy, I'd be like, dude, seriously, you forgot. But I cut you slack considering what's going on. I think there's going to be more opportunities. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, they'll be around again, I'm sure.
And here's the way that I see things. Sometimes when there's a missed opportunity, it makes when the actual, you know, whatever it is happen, makes it that much more special.
Well, it's like the Eagles. The Eagles came to Salinas back. When was that? 2006, 2007. They actually came to Salinas and had a show here, which was unheard of for a group like that to even come near this place. And I wanted to go to it, and I wasn't able to go to it. And then it was in 2014. They were up at SAP Center, and so I got to see them up there, and it was awesome seeing them. I mean, they were great. And in fact, it was actually a little bit better because it was the history of the Eagles. So they even brought back some of the older members of the Eagles and had them up there on stage playing with them. So it was really a pretty cool show.
That is awesome.
Okay, man, I can see you're toasted.
I am beyond toasted, and I got to get up at like 8 tomorrow to drive grandma.
I still got to go feed animals and everything, so I got to get at it. Tomorrow's trash day, so I got to put the trash out too.
Oh gosh.
Okay, Calvin, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You guys have a good night. Take care. I wish I had some confetti. I was going to get some party poppers, but this is all I got. Have a good night. Take care.
You too, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.